up will receive Avia sneakers. A special three-point shooting contest will be held. Dinner gift certificates, as well as Phillies and Sixers tickets, will be awarded to the hot shooters. Enter now. Competition is limited to the first 32 teams to register. Call 365-7100.
Welcome back. A crowd here on hand at Cherry Hill High School East, where the Cougars play host to the Cherry Hill West Lions. And again, as we had mentioned in our open, it's the #1 and #2 teams in South Jersey. It's kind of interesting, Bob, that they're #1, East is #1 and West is #2 in South Jersey. But the state is still just reversed, even though West has just one loss on their record. And Bob, why don't we take a look at that West starting lineup right now?
For Cherry Hill West today, leading off, Sean Sr. pitching. Pat 9 in right field. Dean DeGrazio batting third. He'll be designated hitter for Steve Farling, the center fielder. J.J. Picola catching. Lou Torchel, first base. M.J. Lewin at shortstop. Jason Sunkett at second base. Josh Weinstein at third base. In left field, Paul Napoli.
And for the Cougars of Cherry Hill East, Matt Zeberline at third batting first, followed by Dan Carback, the pitcher in today's game. Glenn Foley in the #3 spot at first base. And we've got Paul Delavecchia DHing for the center fielder Mike Ellis. Steve Lang, the right fielder, follows. Joe Marcelli, shortstop. Dave Heeb catching. Rob Dwyer at second base. And in left field, Kevin Foley.
Umpires for today's game, Boyd Sands at the plate. And on the bases is Larry Litwin.
And again, we had mentioned a big crowd on hand today. When these teams first played earlier in the season, they battled to a game that was called because of darkness in the 11th inning. It was tied at 8-8, and a lot of dramatic turnarounds occurred in that game. At one point, it looked like West had it all sewn up. East came back, rallied. West came back and rallied, and finally it was called because of darkness, much to everyone's kind of frustration and chagrin, because at that point, it looked like the guys really, it could have been decided, but darkness and the umpires' decisions prevailed, and it went on record because of Olympic Conference rules as a tie, which is kind of unique. Some of the other conferences must replay. And again, we had mentioned on the mound today for the East Cougars, Dan Carback. Dan Carback has a record of 3-0. He has an ERA of .55. Tremendous record for the young man, who was a senior, is undecided right now about his college plans. He also was a standout soccer player, good basketball player, so he's got a lot of options open to him. And the first three batters he'll face from West: Sean Sr., who transferred from Camden Catholic, Pat 9, and Dean DeGrazio. And Bob, something interesting for our viewers, you have quite a good knowledge of the players on both these teams. You had something to do with their early formative years as baseball players.
Well, throughout the Babe Ruth system here in Cherry Hill, most of these players have played. Cammy. Matter of fact, I'm looking at the roster of the 20 players in today's starting lineup, including the DHs. 17 of them have played on state championship teams in the Cherry Hill Babe Ruth. That includes seniors, juniors throughout the system. The Babe Ruth had won 5 state championships in a row, so all these kids who were in the system obviously have played on a state championship team. Carback, being the big left-handed pitcher, was a pitcher also in the Babe Ruth League. He's come up through the system. Kind of a surprise here to us. We thought we might see Glenn Foley on the mound today. However, Coach Martin electing to go with the lefty Carback.
Okay, and we're ready for our first batter. First inning, leading off, Sean Sr. Sean Sr., who is a junior.
Sean left-handed all the way, left-handed batter, left-handed pitcher.
Sean batting .340 coming into the game today.
Great day for baseball, Cammy. Big overflow crowd here, both base paths line. We mentioned bragging rights for Cherry Hill. The parents are looking for the bragging rights as much as the players. Fastball inside for ball 1.
Tommy Trotman, the very successful coach of the Cherry Hill West Lions, also recently took over the football program and turned it around.
Straight called at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike on Sean Sr. A little bit of wind here today. Shouldn't be any factor in the ball game.
Probably pretty pleasant for the fans.
Bounces up there for ball 2.
We mentioned after a really rugged spring here in South Jersey, I think it rained 12 out of first 14 days of May. We've been hit with a mini heat wave.
Swing for strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, Sean Sr.
Carbeck has 25 strikeouts for the season thus far. Again, he's got a 3-0 record.
Slap to second base. Robbie Dwyer up at the ball, over to first for the first out.
Up at bat now for the Lions, Pat Nine. Pat Nine also is a senior. Pat undecided about his college plans. A number of these young men on the Lions squad, and is basically a senior-dominated program. A lot of options open to them. They're talented in a number of sports.
Strike at the knees. One strike delivery. Strike 2 called.
So Carbeck quickly ahead here on his second batter he's facing.
Oh, 2 pitch. Sidearm on the outside corner for a called strike 3. Pat Nine goes down looking at 3 strikes.
So Danny Carbeck picks up his 26th strikeout for the season. Bringing up the third batter, Dean DeGrazio. He's DHing for Steve Farling, the center fielder. DeGrazio also a senior with some college plans not yet revealed. DeGrazio batting .500. And we have got some pretty hefty batters on both these teams in terms of their averages, Bob.
Well, there's one loss between the 2 teams. So obviously they're doing something right. East undefeated, West with 1 win and 1 tie. With a controversial game to be completed. That game with Edgewood where they thought they had won the game, a protest filed by Edgewood. They're going to replay. Swing and a foul on the third base side.
Yes, I believe that the principal or athletic director of Gloucester Catholic High School made the final ruling on the Olympic Conference decision, which affected the West Edgewood game, and I guess they'll replay that at a later date.
Breaking ball off the plate. Severline up with it, over to first, and DeGrazio beats it out. Severline didn't charge the ball. DeGrazio with good speed. Good throw by Severline, but he waited on the ball, and DeGrazio was able to beat it out for an infield single.
So DeGrazio, a 2-out base runner for the Lions, and that brings up J.J. Piccola. Piccola is a senior. He's headed for North Carolina State. I think he'll play a little baseball there.
He's going there on a baseball scholarship. He's also the quarterback was the quarterback on the West football team.
That's right. I believe they were 6-3, one of the finest years they've had in recent seasons. Piccola is batting .341.
Swing and strike 1 on Piccola. Quarterback with a good move to first base.
By the way, Piccola is a long ball hitter. He's got 4 home runs in the season thus far.
Over to first. Grazio back. Some complex here, Cammy. We're watching the JV game in left field, the girls softball in center field, the lacrosse game in right field. There goes the runner. Pitch down in the dirt. Throw down to second. Gets away. DeGrazio has to hold. So Picola taking on the pitch. Heaves throw low in the dirt. Dwyer couldn't handle it. Mikey Ellis makes a nice play backing up. DeGrazio has to hold at second. And Coach Trotman playing aggressive baseball here in the early going. Tough sun field out there for the outfield. You see Mikey Ellis, Cammy, holding his glove in front of his eyes. The sun's right behind the batter in the fielder's eyes.
As we can hear in our mics, the wind kicking up a little bit now.
Picola steps in. Quarterback delivers. Ground ball, foul down third baseline, just foul. Picola with a good rip at the high fastball. Carbeck looks in for the sign. Swing and a miss. Heave throws down the first one to drop third strike, and Picola's retired. So that retires West in the top half of the first, failing to score, and East coming to bat.
In 1988, left with a $4.5 million surplus in the bank, the current Cherry Hill Council increased our taxes a record 80.6%. You don't throw your money out the window, and neither should your town council. Instead of increasing our taxes, Cherry Hill's government should be committed to fiscal responsibility. Join the Cherry Hill Democratic team and vote for no new taxes. Vote column 2. Halpern, Rafferty, Cerubi, Hassman.
Welcome back. We're in the bottom half of the first inning of play at Cherry Hill High School East. West Lions are visiting. It's scoreless right now, and East is coming to bat. Leading off will be Matt Zeberline, followed by Dan Carback and Glenn Foley. And if that looks like a dangerous lineup to face, that really is.
Well, we got three left-handers, Cammy, in the top of the order. I'm sure that had something to do with Coach Trotman's decision to pitch Sean Sr. at the start of the game.
And very similar to a game that was the game played earlier that we alluded to, the 8-8 tie, where Tom Trotman did rotate his pitchers in and out.
Yes, based on whoever was batting, he would bring Chris Murphy in to pitch to the right-handers, Sean Sr. into the left-handers.
Something that, if for those of you who are not that familiar with high school baseball, you might find a little startling.
Both of these coaches, Cammy, are students of the game. Their teams are fundamentally sound. They're well-drilled. Coach Dave Martin from East played in 2 college World Series.
And that's right, he was a Saluki.
Southern Illinois. He pitched in the 1970 World Series. Coach Tommy Trotman pitched in the Little League World Series, but I'm not allowed to tell you what year he said. All right, Zeberline stepping in. He's the third baseman for East.
Okay, Matt Zeberline is 16 years old. He's just a 10th grader.
And Zebby can fly. Fastball inside.
Zeberline coming into the game today, batting .364. Dangerous man to have on board. He's got 8 stolen bases for the year.
Swinging a foul tip held by Picola.
Zeberline's been issued 16 bases on balls, which is second in the team.
Swing and a miss for strike 3.
So senior gets his first strikeout. Carback had one in the top of the first, and here comes Dan Carback. Dan Carback, a senior.
Good breaking ball by senior on that strike 3 to Carbeck. Had him fishing for it. Ball broke down and away. No chance to hit that ball.
And Dan Carback hitting .446.
Another breaking ball for a called strike. High for ball.
Carback played on that '86 Babe Ruth State Championship team, as we had mentioned. Played in the Garden State games in '88.
Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike to Dan Carbeck.
A lot of these guys, by the way, like to go fishing. This is another classes here at Cherry Hill East, very big on outdoor sports.
Good fastball. Swinging strike 2. Inside, ball 4.
So Carback takes first base, and that brings up the ever dangerous Glenn Foley, who, by the way, hit 2 home runs against, I believe it was Overbrook. And Glenn Foley with 5 home runs on the year.
We got timeout here by plate umpire Boyd Sands. He's going to try to move some of the crowd back out of play. They have a white line down there to signal out of play, and with this crowd, everybody drifts out to get a look.
Again, a big crowd on hand here. Students, parents, teachers, people from other communities. It's
Down low for a ball.
Glenn Foley batting .429.
Glenn just one of the top athletes in South Jersey. He does it all, Cammy.
Not bad academically. He's a 3.976 grade point average on a 5 here at East. Not too shabby. Headed for Boston College.
Father is following in his dad's footsteps, right?
That's
Quarterback
correct.
at BC.
Think he'll play a little baseball.
I don't know. He just might concentrate on football. He'll be wearing a regular helmet and a face mask when Ed Foley played. I think they just wore leather helmets. Throw back.
Ed Foley somewhere now in Monte Carlo. We understand losing a lot of money. Is that correct?
That was the last report we got. Senior in the stretch. Ball gets away from McCauley. Can't find it. Carback will move up to second. A pitch down in the dirt. McCauley blocked it. It came up off his glove. He lost sight of it. So that puts Carbeck in scoring position with 1 out. Senior is a nice asset to this West team. A nice transfer from Camden Catholic. A real plus for Coach Trotman and Coach Don Murray of the basketball program. Another breaking ball in the dirt. He'll be careful pitching here to Foley with the base open. Swinging and a foul ball. Tough to walk Glenn Foley, Cam. He likes to
They
swing.
hit that ball.
We used to kid that the best advantage a pitcher had was to get Glenn 3-0 because he didn't like to walk. He'd be swinging at anything. Swinging and a miss, strike 3. Foley fooled on the pitch. Not a good swing at the fastball.
So senior picks up his second strikeout of the inning. And this brings to the plate Paul Delavecchia, who's been enjoying quite a nice batting history. He's recovered well from some surgery he had earlier in the season. I believe he had a shoulder separation. Paul also played on the state champion football team along with Glenn Foley.
Strike called on the outside corner. Delvecchia is DHing from Mikey Ellis, the center fielder.
And Paul batting .381. He's headed for Old Dominion. Will become a Monarch. I don't know here. If we should talk about this with the Delvecchia family. But it says here Paul likes to have parties. I think some of his classmates are going to chuckle out of that one.
I don't know if Mr. and Mrs. Delvecchia are going to chuckle on that one. His dad, Paul, very, very active in the youth programs in Cherry Hill.
And his dad, coach over at Southern High School in Philadelphia. That is Southern, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It's the old South Philadelphia High.
Quarterback at second, 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Ground ball to second base. Sunk it up with it over to first. That will retire East in the first. So at the end of 1, we have no score.
I love this house and the people in it, and I don't want to gamble on losing them. That's why I've invested in these smoke detectors. They don't put out fires, but they do greatly increase your chances for escape and give you that extra margin of time to call for help. If you put one on each level of your home, keep it properly maintained, and plan out 2 escape routes with your family, you'll increase your chances of safe escape by 89%. I'd say those are pretty good odds.
Welcome back. It's the top of the second inning at Cherry Hill High School East. The West Lions and the East Cougars battling here, a 0-0 tie. West up at bat. And we will see Lou Torchel, the first baseman. Lou's got a .590 batting average. And he also is a senior who is undecided as far as his college plans.
Fastball up high for ball 1.
Lou's got the highest batting average on the West Lions squad.
Breaking ball for a strike. Lou is the type of player, Cammy, who's just gotten better and better throughout his career. He wasn't one of the great players when he came in, but this year he's doing it all for West. He's pitching, he's hitting the ball. He worked hard, made himself a good, solid baseball player.
Lewis only struck out once.
Fly ball, left field. Kevin Foley puts it away for out number 1. The Torture with a late swing.
And this brings up M.J. Lewin. What's the M.J. for, Bob?
I don't know, Cameron. We've never called him anything but MJ.
It could be just M.J.
Breaking ball up high for ball 1.
I'm looking down the press table here, and I see District Athletic Coordinator Ginny Whitaker. And we'd like to thank her for the arrangements she made so that we could be here today at Cherry Hill East.
Outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to M.J. Lewin. You say press table, which sounds funny. We've never had a press table.
At a high school baseball game.
There's some pro scouts here. There's some college scouts here. Swing, line drive, foul. Lewin got around on the high fastball and just yanked it foul. Breaking ball popped up behind second base. Marcelli going back. Can't get to the ball. It'll be a base hit. And Marcelli giving it a good effort, just out of his reach. One of those Texas Liggers dropped between the three fielders there. So Lewin with the second hit in the ball game for West.
And now we have Jason Sunkett. Jason Sunkett also undecided about his college plans.
Straight call on the inside corner. The name Sunkett familiar to many old-timers in South Jersey. His dad, Golden Sonny Sunkett, a great performer at Camden Catholic High School. Did I say Camden Catholic? I'm sorry, Camden High School.
I was going to say, hey, we're getting a lot of trouble with the Panther fans, right? Or I think they were called the Purple Avalanche.
Purple Avalanche back
That's
then.
Right. Those were the fabled teams, I guess, of late 50s, early 60s in basketball.
I got Sonny confused with Camden Catholic, knowing how religious he is. Swing and a miss at the fastball. So Sunkett goes down swinging. That will be 2 outs in the inning.
And that brings up Josh Weinstein. And Josh also had a few brothers who were very involved in sports at Cherry Hill West.
Fly ball on the right side. Foley giving chase, out of play.
Josh Weinstein is batting .368. He's the youngest of the Weinstein family.
Quarterback has a good move to first. He's freezing M.J. Lewin over there. He's got Lewin moving back towards the bag on the pitch. Lewin wants to get a little less lead there, so he's getting off the bag, moving towards second on the pitch rather than back towards first. Lob throw back to first. Cherry Hill West coaching staff, Don Murray coaching at third base. Tom Trotman stays in the dugout. Fly ball, center field. Ellis going back. Makes the play. He lost the ball in the sun a little bit, but he stayed with it to retire the side here in the top of the second. So at the end of 1.5, we have no score. We'll be back after this.
Well-groomed lawns don't just happen. They demand professional lawn equipment. See the Larrys at Laurel Lawnmower. After 15 years, we're still providing South Jersey with state-of-the-art equipment, knowledgeable sales, and old-fashioned service. Remember when? We offer lawn equipment that can tackle any job and still fit your budget. When you want to do it right, first time and every time, come in and talk with us. Laurel Lawnmower Service.
15 years ago, we started selling lawnmowers to homeowners.
Today, Laurel Lawnmower's top-of-the-line Excel Hustler turf equipment can be found in schools, municipalities, and townships throughout South Jersey. The Excel Hustler equipment can cut more grass in less time, can maneuver in tight spaces, and is a great performer.
So today, we're not only Laurel Lawnmower, we're also Laurel Turf.
Call us to set up a free demonstration.
Way back.
Welcome back, young ladies enjoying the sunshine here at Cherry Hill High School East. Right now a scoreless tie between the Lions of West and the Cougars of East. It's the bottom of the second inning. And coming up at bat, Steve Lang. Steve Lang really had an absolutely unfortunate leg injury. He severely broke his leg in a football game against Pennsauken High School. It was unbelievable, not only that he's out here playing baseball, the fact that he's walking at all. He had 5 breaks in his lower leg. It's being held together with a steel rod and 5 pins. Not bad comeback for a very, very courageous young man. And he's just a junior here at East. Good news for Dave Martin for the future, and certainly good news for his family because they were very, very concerned.
Having a great career, too, Cammy. He was Player of the Week.
That's right. This week, Steve Lang was Player of the Week. And
hey, 2-0, gotta come to you now.
Fastball up high. 2 balls, no strikes to Steve Lang.
Steve Lang batting .354.
Your pitch, 31, your pitch. Come on, man. Hey, Clover, 3-1.
Swing, foul ball, back out of play on the right. Are these fans allowed to keep these balls here today, Ken, with this crowd?
They don't look like they're bringing them back. I think they're running off with them.
The 2-1 pitch. On the corner for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. These players have played together since they were 8 years old in T-ball, Pop Warner football, Rec Council basketball. Ground ball to third base. Weinstein up, over to first. Easy play for the first out.
This brings up Joe Marcelli. Marcelli also a 12th grader. He's headed for Lehigh. He's a 4.3 grade point average based on a 5 here at East.
Hey, Joe, pick one out, Joe.
Joe's dad is the official photographer, the team photographer for East.
That's right. See Joe with his video equipment.
Strike called. I don't know when Joe Marcelli Sr. has time to work, Cammy. He is involved in more stuff in this township.
That's right.
He sponsors teams. He's always working with different organizations, and he runs a very successful business besides.
I have to always admire the work of volunteers. I work for a voluntary agency, and if it weren't for volunteers, we wouldn't have half the programs or services we have in the area, and that's across the organizations, across the communities.
Ground ball to Sunkett. Over to first. Torchwell makes the tag on a nice play. The Sunkett throws wide. Torchwell comes off the bag and makes the tag. So that's the second out in the inning.
And that brings up Dave Heeb. David Heeb is a 12th grader. He's headed to the University of South Carolina at Aiken, South Carolina. He received a Golden Glove Award from Babe Ruth.
Good fastball at the knees, strike 1. All these East players, Cammy, they wear their baseball pants like the old-time players, pulled down around their ankles. Just outside for a ball.
Heeb batting .333 coming into today's contest. And contest is putting it mildly.
Fly ball, foul out of play down the right field line. Into the woods. Again, plate umpire Boyd Sands moving the crowd back. That's going to be an all-day job.
Because I think the fans are still coming. We see them walking in across the outfield.
And normally nobody stands down the right field line here. There's bleachers set up over here on the left field line and the third base side here, but with this overflow crowd, we're running out of room to put the people. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 3 up, 3 down for the Cougars here in the second, and at the end of 2, no score.
In 1988, left with a $4.5 million surplus in the bank, the current Cherry Hill Council increased our taxes a record 80.6%. You don't throw your money out the window, and neither should your town council. Instead of increasing our taxes, Cherry Hill's government should be committed to fiscal responsibility. Join the Cherry Hill Democratic team and vote for no new taxes. Vote column 2. Halpern, Rafferty, Cerubi, Hassman.
The third inning of play, and we're taking a look at pitcher Dan Carr back on the mound. It's a scoreless tie here at Cherry Hill East. The Lions of West, the Cougars of East, teams 1 and 2 in South Jersey and the state of New Jersey. Everything on the line here today. Again, right now what we're seeing is the pitcher's duel we all had expected. And coming up for the Lions, Paul Napoli. Paul Napoli, the 9th batter for the Cherry Hill West Lions, batting .262 coming into today's game. Paul's headed for the University of Pennsylvania.
Strike called on the outside corner. Both pitchers commanded their pitches today, Cammy, right around the plate, staying ahead of the hitters. Sidearm bounces off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just 2 hits in the ball game, both by West. A single in the first inning by DeGrazio, an infield single. And M.J. Lewin with a Texas slinger in the second. He about to talk to Carbeck, telling him don't bounce any more pitches off the plate in front of me. 1 ball, 1 strike to leadoff batter Paul Napoli. Inside, ball 2.
Hey, 2-6, come back now.
2-1 delivery. Strike called. Napoli thought the pitch was high, checked his swing, but umpire Boyd Sands has a called strike at the letters. 2-2. Ground ball to third. Sebi bobbles the ball, picks it up barehanded, throws just in time for the out. And Napoli with good speed just gets beat by half a step on the throw. So that's the first out in the inning.
And we're back to the top of the batting order for the Lions, Sean Sr.
Senior grounded out to second base his first time up. Breaking ball on the inside corner for a strike. Carbeck's shown us a lot of different pitches. He's come with that sidearm pitch a couple times. In the dirt for ball 1. Inside for ball 2. 2-1 pitch. Foul ball. Just off the end of the bat by Senior. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sidearm pitch off the plate towards first. Foley up with it. Flips over to Quarbeck for the out.
Nice play by the infield. Good teamwork by the Cougars. That brings up Pat 9 for the Lions. 9 was a strikeout victim. First time up.
So we're talking about the teams being fundamentally sound. Automatically, the pitcher breaks towards first with any ball hit to his left side. Slap down towards third. Tough play for Zeberline. 9 will beat it out. Zebby had no chance on the ball. Swinging bunt down the third base line.
Again, a base runner here for the Lions with 2 out, and that brings up Dean DeGrazio.
DeGrazio had an infield single his first time up. 3 hits in the ballgame off Quarbeck, 2 of them infield singles. Fastball down the middle for strike 1. Good lead at first by 9. Quarbeck throws that way. We mentioned Coach Tom Trotman doesn't go on the base paths. He coaches from the dugout. Assistant Coach Don Murray's at third, and T.J. Locke, the first base coach. Line drive, right field. Lying under it, puts it away. So West is retired here in the top of the third, and at the end of 2.5, we're still scoreless.
Ray, I have a wheelchair here that came from space.
You're kidding, Isaac.
Nope. Try and lift it.
Oh, it's light as a feather.
Well, perhaps a heavy feather. It's made from super light material developed for space vehicles. Weighs half what a standard chair weighs, and it's just as strong.
Must be a lot easier to maneuver, fold, and store away.
Exactly.
Well, on that note, I'd say it's another down-to-earth benefit from space.
Space technology.
This is what's in it for you.
Welcome back. The bottom of the third inning here at Cherry Hill High School East. The Lions of West and the Cougars of East battling, deadlocked right here, 0-0. And Rob Dwyer at the plate for the Cougars. Rob Dwyer, a 12th grader, headed for LaSalle University.
Up high for a ball, 1 strike to Rob Dwyer. Cammy, unlike the first game these two teams played, where they scored, I think, 9 runs in the first 3 innings, we have a classic pitcher's duel going right here.
That's correct, and there was another problem with that particular game, and it was punctuated by errors on both sides. Several times, either team could have wrapped up the game. It was like playing to the death. So Kevin Tatum said it was like kissing your sister. I have to quote Kevin Tatum of the Inquirer on that one.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Dwyer goes down on strikes.
And that brings up Kevin Foley. Kevin Foley, just a freshman. Kevin is expected to be a varsity quarterback, following in the footsteps of 2 older brothers here at Cherry Hill East.
Now we have a timeout. We have to move the Fians down a left field side.
I'm starting to spill over all over the place here. Kevin Foley was the most valuable player, the 1986 Little League state champions, and he also was the best pitcher for 13-year-old Babe Ruth state champions.
Kevin's the last brother in a line of great athletes here at East.
Now, what's Ed going to do this spare time after that?
Well, maybe him and Mrs. Foley will start having some girls.
Oh, she's going to love to hear this when she comes back from Monte Carlo.
Outside for a ball. Senior allowed just one batter to reach first. That was a first inning walk to Carbeck. Up high.
Kevin Foley batting .342.
Good pitch on the corner.
So Kevin Foley will take first. And that brings up the top of the order, Matt Zeberline.
Zeberline struck out in the first inning. Zeberline checking Coach Martin for the signs. One out here in the inning. See if Zeberline elects to bunt. He does have good speed. And the dirt could stop by Piccola. One ball to Matt Zeberline. Weinstein way up on the infield grass at third base. Down low for ball two.
Zeberline's only a sophomore, but he would like to become a midi. He'd really like to attend the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis. It's interesting, both these teams, East and West, play a game down at Annapolis every year. They play against the midi freshman team. And I believe this year, I'm not sure whether they ever actually got to go on that weekend.
They went, but they didn't play.
The weekend of the flood.
3-0. Strike called.
Matt was pushing that a little bit, trying to get over to first. Follow Kevin Foley will go over.
Senior stretches, 3-1 pitch. Ball four down low.
So now there's two men on, and Dan Carbeck comes to the plate. So at this point, a mini threat going for the Cougars.
Well, Piccola out trying to settle down senior. Kevin Foley at second, the first Cougar to reach that far in the game. West will look for the double play here. Glenn Foley waiting on deck. They don't want to face him with men on base if they don't have to.
Of course, he sort of likes those situations.
So
might call him a competitive young man.
That he is. Senior having location trouble all of a sudden. Good pitch there at the knees. Foley at second, Zeberline at first. One out in the bottom of the third. Torchel not holding Zeberline on first. He's able to get a big jump. Left-handed batter at the plate. Line drive, left center. Farling over, makes the play. Runnels will have to return. Carbeck lines out the center field, one of the harder hit balls in the ball game so far.
Now this makes Glenn Foley a two-out hitter, and Coach Tom Trotman approaches the mound. And look at this one.
Coach Trotman electing to use one of his visits right here early. This is what I'm talking about, Cammy, with both coaches understanding the game, being well schooled. They don't leave anything to chance. Trotman knows Foley's a good hitter. He wants to make sure that they know how they're going to pitch to him. Ground ball towards first. Torchel makes the play unassisted and tags first for the third out. So at the end of 3 innings, we're still scoreless, and we'll be back.
Making ends meet hasn't been easy with 3 of us at home. Jobs are pretty scarce around here, especially since neither my husband or me finished school. Things are going to be different for this one. He's going to stay in high school if I have to tie him to his chair. Sometimes I wish someone had done me that way.
Welcome back. We're here at Cherry Hill High School East, going into the bottom of the 4th inning, of the top of the 4th inning of play. Cherry Hill West at bat. And at the plate for the Lions, J.J. Piccolo. Dan Carback on the mound for the Cougars. We have a scoreless tie.
1 ball, 1 strike to J.J.
East apparently had a mini threat in the last inning, and that was handled very nicely by Schoen Sr. on the mound.
Strike 2 swinging. Piccolo was a strikeout victim in the 1st inning. He thought he foul-tipped the ball. It got away from David Heave. He threw down the first to retire Piccolo. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Piccolo, fooled on the pitch, goes down swinging for the 2nd time.
The Carback now has 4 strikeouts, bringing up Lou Torchwell.
Lou Torchwell, fly ball to left field, his first time up. Down low for a ball. Inside corner for a called strike. Torchwell didn't like that call. One pitch. Side ball 2. Ball gets past Heave. Ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike to Lou Torchwell. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Ground ball, second base. Dwyer knocks it down, throws over to Foley for the out. Nice play by Rob Dwyer. The
Wow.
ball's headed in a hole. Dwyer dove, knocked it down, stay with it, and threw Torchwell out.
Literally crawling to pick that ball up and getting it over to Foley at first base for the out. M.J. Lewin at the plate now for the Lions. Again, it's the top of the 4th inning. We have a scoreless tie.
One ball to Lewin. Lewin had a single his first time up. Little Texas slugger over Joe Marcelli's head at shortstop. Strike called. Ground ball towards short. Marcelli up with it. Long throw to first. And he's out. So the West Cougars retired in order here in the fourth. We move to the bottom of the fourth, still scoreless.
Emily, how are you feeling today?
Fine. Very anxious.
Anxious?
Well, I don't remember things. My appointments, where I parked my car. Sometimes when I'm driving, I can't find my way home. And my family,
Your husband and daughter?
they're scared. They're so scared.
There is hope for Alzheimer's victims and their families. Contact the Alzheimer Evaluation Program in your area.
It's the bottom of the fourth inning here at Cherry Hill High School East. The visiting Lions, a crosstown rival from Cherry Hill West, and the Cougars battling to a 0-0 tie right now, and Paul Delvecchia at the plate for the Cougars.
Hey, Del.
Delvecchia grounded out to second base his first time up.
Come on, Del. Hard contact, Del.
Foul straight back for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Delvecchia. Senior got a little bit of control trouble last inning. He walked 2 in the inning. Other than that, he's been pitching a superb game. Only 1 ball out of the infield. A fly ball to center field by Carbeck in the last inning. Fly ball to right field. Pat 9 under, puts it away for the out. So that will retire Delvecchia here in the fourth.
And this brings up Steve Lang.
Lang grounded to third. He's 0 for 1. Straight called on the outside corner. Cammy, at the end of that last game that they played, the 11-inning game, the people gave a big ovation to both teams as they walked off the field. I think you got the makings of the same thing today with this pitcher's duel here. Ground ball, foul.
Steve Lang, a really husky player here for the Cougars. 6'3", 215, solid young man. And yeah, he's only a junior. A nice nucleus coming back next year also for Dave Martin.
Up high for a ball. Before the leg injury to Lang, he was also a speed merchant. He could really run.
He was a real power runner for the Cougars.
Swing gets away from Piccola, picks it up, throws down the first. So on the missed third strike, Piccola retires. Lang on the throw to first.
And up is now Joe Marcelli.
That's the 5th strikeout in the ball game for Sean Sr. Marcelli grounded out to second his first time up. Fastball up high for a ball. Straight called. East has a designated bat boy here today, Cammy. I believe
That's
it's
right.
Dave Martin Jr.
Yep.
Ground ball, slapped towards second. Easy play for Sunkett over the first. And East is retired here in order in the fourth. So moving right along, we go to the top of the fifth. Still no score.
In 1988, left with a $4.5 million surplus in the bank, the current Cherry Hill Council increased our taxes a record 80.6%. You don't throw your money out the window, and neither should your town council. Instead of increasing our taxes, Cherry Hill's government should be committed to fiscal responsibility. Join the Cherry Hill Democratic team and vote for no new taxes. Vote column 2, Halpern, Rafferty, Cerubi, Hassman.
Welcome back. We're going into the 5th inning of play here at Cherry Hill High School East, and this is when you talk about the old barn burners, Bob. 0-0 tie. A real struggle here between these two clubs, the 1 and 2 ball clubs in South Jersey and the state of New Jersey, both nationally ranked.
I don't know who's going to score first, but you're going to hear a lot of noise regardless of who it is.
I think so. It's right now, there's the tension in the crowd is thick, and the crowd keeps growing as people try to get in from work. Jason Sunkett at the plate. He commits. Picks up the strike.
One ball, one strike to leadoff batter Jason Sunkett. Swinging for strike 2. Jason has a younger brother, Jeremy Cam, who's 14 years old, will be coming to West in 2 years. Next year. He's in 8th grade this year.
Nice name, nice name.
Swing at the breaking ball, strike 3. So Sunkett goes down on strikes for the 2nd time.
Josh Weinstein now at the plate for the Lions. Again, we talk about the tension here in the air. If you talk about drama, there's press people, there's scouts, college scouts, pro scouts. Interested parties from all over South Jersey, the Philadelphia area.
Both teams had runners as far as second base. Fouls back behind us. 1 ball, 1 strike to Josh Weinstein.
And we want to send greetings to Ben Weinstein, Josh's brother, who is recovering from very serious illness, and we really wish him and the family.
Just past the reach of Carbeck. Going to be a tough play for Dwyer. Just got him. Great play by Dwyer. Right off the end of the bat, just out of the reach of Carbeck. Dwyer charged the ball through across his body. Good, strong throw. So that's 2 up and 2 down here in the 4th.
Paul Napoli now comes to the plate for the Lions. This is a cat fight, the Lions and the Cougars. If you ever see 2 teams claw like this, this is championship baseball. You know, you talk about South Jersey baseball playoffs. This is a playoff game.
Napoli tries to bunt his way on, misses the pitch for strike 1. Well, like we said, Cam, there's a lot of rivalry between these players. You know, they see each other socially outside the school. They play in the same school district. They don't need anything to get them up for this kind of game. Napoli calls time and steps out. Carbeck shapes off heave. Now he's going to call heave out. A little confusion on the signals.
And Heap comes back. Gave Boyd Sands, our plate umpire, the chance to dust things off.
Sidearm up high for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes to Paul Napoli. Swing at the breaking ball for strike 3. So West goes down in order here in the 5th. East comes to bat in the bottom of the 5th with no score.
Occupy battle position bronze.
Charlie 16, this is Hotel 16.
Your mission is to delay the tank platoon in the vicinity of 5484.
In the Army National Guard, we can teach you to drive a tank. We can also teach you to stop a tank. The Army National Guard, Americans at their best.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the 5th inning of play here at Cherry Hill High School East. The Cougars of Cherry Hill East and the Lions of Cherry Hill West, the crosstown rivals, battling. It's a 0-0 deadlock, and on the mound, we're taking a look at Sean Sr. The young man has a no-hitter going. And East will be coming to bat. That's catcher Dave Heeb.
He was a strikeout victim his first time up.
Senior with a no-hitter right now and 5 strikeouts. He looks on.
Both pitchers, Cammy. Carbeck has given up no walks with 6 strikeouts. Senior 3 walks with 5 strikeouts. Foul back. The 3 hits by West, 2 infield hits and a little blooper. So we were looking for some offense out of these two teams today, but both pitchers in complete command. Up high for a ball. That's a good waste pitch, that 0-2 pitch. Get it up high, get the batter trying to go after that. That's a hard pitch to get around on. Heeb chokes up on the bat with 2 strikes. Breaking ball slapped back towards Senior. Over the first to Torchel for the first out in the inning.
Rob Dwyer up now for the Cougars.
Dwyer, one of the 5 strikeout victims against Senior. This is like one of those girls softball games, Cammy. We've played 4.5 innings and it's only been an hour.
That's right.
Dwyer tries to bunt, fouls it back. Of course, the way these two kids are pitching, we could be here for another 3 hours until it gets dark anyway. Good fastball. Dwyer with a late swing.
West played only one other game this week, and East played 2. I believe East played yesterday, trouncing Paul VI.
Down low for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, Rob Dwyer. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Dwyer goes down swinging, and that's 2 outs in the inning.
And Senior ups his strikeout total to 6. Kevin Foley at the plate. Kevin Foley, one of the only walks issued by Sean Senior, a total of 3 in the game.
Ground ball towards short. Weinstein makes a nice pickup. High throw to first. He throws it away. It's into the crowd, and Foley will get second base. So Weinstein, hard to his left, makes a nice pick of the ball. Throws it over Torchel's head. So Foley goes to second with 2 outs.
Coming up, Matt Zeberline.
Foley, the only runner to reach second base twice in the ball game. Coach Dave Martin asking for time, coming to talk to Boyd Sands. I think we're going to get a runner here for Kevin Foley.
Okay, and we'll take a look. I believe this is Eric Schwartz. Eric Schwartz getting ready to run. Eric Schwartz, also a senior. He was a member of the Cherry Hill East Cougar championship game. Now we're still looking. We're not.
Schwartz is going to bat. He's going to bat for Zeverline.
Okay, we're seeing a change of batters here right now. Eric Schwartz, who was third runner-up in Mr. Cherry Hill East pageant. Very exciting 1989 honor. He's headed for Rutgers University.
Now we're also going to get a pinch runner here. Gino Priolo is going to go out and run for Kevin Foley.
Okay, so two changes here right now for the Cougars. Priolo, a sophomore.
So Dave Martin is going to pull Zebby here. Bat Matt Zeverline, the right-hander. He's going to bring the right-hander in to face Sean Sr., the lefty pitcher.
Eric Schwartz with a .400 batting average. He has 4 hits for 10 at-bats this year.
Fastball outside for ball 1. Coach Martin playing the percentages, bringing the righty batter in. Now the East Cougar bench comes to their feet. Trying to cheer home Priolo from second. Priolo with a lot of speed. Good base runner. Outside corner for a called strike. Pickoff move. Throws it into center field. Priolo don't advance. Senior spins and throws wild past Lewin. A little bit of a heads-up play by Lewin. He laid on top of Priolo for just a second or two. Gives Farling a chance to come in from center and field the ball. No chance for advancement. And 1 ball, 1 strike on pinch hitter Eric Schwartz. One pitch in the dirt off of Picola. There goes the runner. No throw. Priolo makes it to third on the wild pitch. Picola blocked the ball, but it bounced too far from him to have a play.
So East now with a threat on third. They've got 2 outs. Schwartz at the plate.
First runner to reach third base in the ball game. One advantage for the catcher here at the East Field as opposed to the West Field is the short backstop, Cammy. It's not an automatic to pass ball that the runner can score. Senior elects to go from the windup. Up high for a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike on Eric Schwartz. Dan Carbeck waiting on deck. Right down the middle for strike 2. Ball scoots